This is KUGAN CASSIUS right from London. We're in Sheffield here for the press conference between Kell Brook versus Vyacheslav Sinchenko, fighting on the undercard this time. It was an undercard fighter last time as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was actually, yeah. Scott Quigg.
Every time you fight, it's the Anthony Joshua show, full stop.
No, it's not. Nah, it's not.
Between me and you, it is. Yeah.
In my eyes, it has to be. Because I've got to go and win, innit? But on that big billboard, I'm just a name on the bottom, trying to get my name on the headline. I haven't had a headline show yet, remember?
No, you got it taken away from me. We had Carpe Diem that was kind of in tribute to you.
They're just letting me know that in order to get there, you got to work that bit harder. But there's a taster of what you could potentially be involved in. So it's great promotional work from Matchroom Boxing.
All right, just going back. I mean, you didn't fight that long ago, did you? 3 weeks ago, was it? You fought?
Yes.
3 weeks ago?
3 weeks have flown by. Flown by. Starting to realise that life's going to get busy. You know.
Just to assess your performance over Emanuele Leo, when you watched it back, what did you think? Did you just think you...
Rubbish.
What?
Rubbish. Just got to get better. Got to really get better. That's all I ever think. Just got to get better. Sometimes I fell over my feet, you know. Rushed a few things. But, yeah, all in all, I just thought it's far, far, far off of what I want to be doing in the ring just yet. So, yeah, it's rubbish.
You beat the man in the first round. It's a bit harsh to say your performance was rubbish, surely.
That just shows strength, not skill. You know what I mean?
Brute force.
Yeah, that just shows brute force. And there are going to be people out there that will be able to stand up to that. So I need to perfect my skills for when brute force don't work. Can be able to outbox an opponent and stuff. That's what I want to get. I want to be confident and shine bright in the ring.
Paul Butlin, very experienced, and sounded quite up for it in the press conference with a couple of his comments, didn't he? He said, you know, he's... But
yeah. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to come to fight? Paul Butlin, okay. You said very experienced. So a lot of the amateurs I fought that could potentially be great professionals. Who isn't an experienced athlete that trains and competes on a regular basis. But when you take away all of that experience and the hype of the show and stuff, strip it down to me and Paul Butlin alone, it's going to be a good fight.
You got your serious head on today.
Yeah, man.
Why?
Because I want to win.
Yeah, I know you want to win, but you're talking to me now. Just chill out a bit. Chill out.
Yeah, as you said, it's just I just want to win. That's all. That's all.
All right, I'll tell you what. All right, let's go back to your hair. All right, listen. Now your hair. Listen, I'm glad to see your hair looking like it does at the moment because that looks ready for war.
It looks like it looks like I've just been paid.
Yeah. Did you get 40 quid for your haircut?
No way. Finesse Barbers, Market Street, Watford.
They don't charge you, surely, do they?
Nah, of course he does. He's got a business to run, innit? But the main thing is that he looks after me when I'm in there. All my family and friends go there. So he's an elite barber. I needed a trim. I was hoping you could sponsor me, but obviously not.
Well, we've just renamed our company IFL TV, as you well know.
IFL TV. Yeah. I like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
Short, snappy, kind of like SBTV.
Mr. Brook, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah.
Jump in.
You gonna do me while you're here? You gonna do me, Cougar? Get me on.
Well, I'll get you on, but I want to do you anyway.
No, do me. Do you want to do me like?
On your own.
What do you mean?
Brook CASSIUS 1-to-1.
IFL
okay.
TV.
You can big up your man here, Joshua.
Nah. It's about Kell Brook.
Listen,
It's about Kell Brook.
this is slightly about Joshua as well because he's the man. Let me tell you. I've watched him spar and he's looking deadly. Olympic gold, you know. The future is unbelievably too bright for this kid. I'm looking forward to watching him on Saturday night myself.
What's the advice you'll give me for Saturday night? Because I've heard Mr. Butlin's very tough and very experienced and so on and so on.
All I can say to you is do what you do, and everything else will be taken care of, because what I've seen of you, you're gonna deal with this guy. You're gonna deal with him, man. But just be focused and make sure that you do what you do.
Why I ask? Because I think I've got a doubter to the right of me.
What are you talking about? I made a comment that Paul Butlin's experience.
Shall we get him at Sheffield? This is my second home, you know. I know people here, bro.
Yeah.
I know people. This is Kell's first home right now. This is what I'm saying.
You're about as much from Sheffield as I am, you prat. No, all I said was his experience, and he's taking it like I'm betting against him.
Listen, this guy's gold. He's gold. Listen, forget experience. Like, you can say when Mayweather when he boxed for his first world title, yeah, and people going on about experience and stuff. He only had like an handful of fights, Mayweather, and look what he did. Listen, class is class. You know what I mean? And that's all it is.
Wise words from a special one, man. But yeah, that's what I do. I want to just shine and just give it a good show. Same thing I'm sure Kell's going to do. You know, it don't matter who a fighter's up against. You're going in there to do your thing. And that's the same with him. But as he said, strip it down, the strongest one survives. I look forward to it though, man. Yeah, I think it's just this boxing is going to get serious, real serious.
Very serious today. I'll chat to you in 1 minute, Kell Brook.
Kell, do your thing.
Wicked, bro.
Thank you.
Let me get this back in focus.
Yes, thank you.
Are you glad that you've just got the first one out of the way?
Nah, because it's 3 weeks later, I'm out again, innit? You know,
First one's always the one, and it's always the big thing about your pro debut now.
It gets tougher. The first one, it's different. It's different. This one's gonna be, and then the next one on the third is gonna be. So when you win the first one, it puts pressure on you for the second one. When you win the second one, it puts pressure. So do you see what I'm saying? It's not about I've got the first one out of the way now. I can go in there and take a few and give a few. No. It's fine. What? See what you done in the first one. You know, I'm watching the second one. What's he gonna do? You see what I'm saying? So
I was expecting to probably knock him out in the first round.
So
It don't work like that always.
never, it doesn't work like that in boxing, and that's the same thing what I'm talking about. In the first fight, you never go out and say I'm going to do this. That was Ali who could do that. You know, one of the greatest. But yeah,
You both had your debuts in October though, so that's it's a good start, isn't it?
that's a good start for real. But
You know, me and you are going home together, don't we? Not like that, obviously, but you're coming home with us, aren't you?
mate, I got my book, I got a few emails to send, and I'm sleeping. I'm going back to the gym tonight to train, so I need to get some rest. So, you know, no sneak peeks on IFL TV, catching me slipping while I'm sleeping and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can't promise that, but we'll try.
So anyway, what's happening, IFL TV listeners? You know, always a pleasure, always good to read your comments and stuff like that. And just want to say shout out and see how you guys are doing and how you're all looking forward to the fight, especially not just me, for the main man, Kell Brook. You know?
All right, well, I'm gonna let you crack on.
Why don't I do a little interview quickly for the IFL TV listeners? Hi, welcome to IFL TV. You're listening to Anthony Joshua. With me here to the right, I have KUGAN CASSIUS. Right now, I have a few questions for him. We just want to know how you got started into iFilm London's, now known as IFL TV, and what your purpose is behind doing interviews that I've never seen before.
How we got started? We actually got started in film. We didn't get started into boxing. We started doing some EPK. Do you know what EPK is? It's behind the scenes on films. So, you know, like when you buy a DVD, and you got the extras bit, and it's always how the film's made. We started off doing that. We did a couple of films, and then we sort of rolled into a couple of boxing shows. We've done a Hatton show up in Bolton as our first one, and then it took us about 6 months later. We've done one of Eddie's shows, a prize fighter where Rocky Fielding won. Yeah. And then since then, the Rocky Fielding one, that's when we really started to push it. And it sort of it kind of just happened. It's not a thing me saying that. It kind of just happened like that.
Is boxing now your main focus?
Yeah, 100%. It's like, it still delivers 85% of our content. The other 15, maybe 20% is made up of some odd bits that will interest us, like actors and musicians.
I do catch some of the stuff you record outside of boxing, and it's great work.
Yeah. That's just but the boxing is the main core element. I'd say between 80 and 85%.
And just for the fans out there, the hardcore boxing fans out there that want to know, you know, have you always been a hardcore boxing fan?
I've always been a boxing fan. Whether I've been a hardcore boxing fan, I'm more of a football fan. I'm being honest. Football's my first.
And who do you support?
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yeah. But I wouldn't call myself a hardcore. There's a lot more people that are more hardcore boxing fan. You know, I follow it for what I do, and I've always had an interest in boxing all my life. But to call me a hardcore boxing fan, I probably wouldn't say.
It's interesting to say that. Do you feel you've learnt a lot more now after the Ricky Hatton fight, the Rocky Fielding fight, and where you are today?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Since then, I've learned a lot more because I'm watching more fights anyway. You know, I've never in the last 3 years I've watched a hell of a lot of fights. I've watched all your fights, for example, every single one.
I watch all your interviews as well.
It's good. Yeah, it's win-win. Yeah,
win-win situation.
It's a win-win.
Yeah. So that's. I think that's going to wrap it up. And I'd like to say thanks for listening, and tune in next time for IFL TV in association with AJ Promotions.
Thank you very much.